VCW's transportation provided by Jetpack Movers.
Greetings, wrestling purists. Lord Henry's here for Victory Wrestling Showcase, brought to you by Sonic Boom Records and CDs, and I am here in wonderful Cuba in the city of Camagüey, known as the City of Churches. Now, I finally found Buddy Boom and shuttled him back to Canada, but on my final leg of the Caribbean here, I'm going to show you one final match from the Toronto Pro Show. It's Daniel Parker returning to action here at VCW, taking on former openweight champion Wild Buck Gunderson.
All right, well, greetings, wrestling purists. Here we go. Daniel Parker returning here to VCW against Wild Man Buck Gunderson. This is going to be pretty impressive.
I've been looking forward to this. I think it could be the match of the night here at the Toronto Pro Super Show, that's for sure.
I have also been looking forward to this. Buck Gunderson been training out at Battle Arts, but Daniel Parker has been a complete recluse from VCW. His contract ended. He got out of here, had a dispute with Zach Atticus over his practices of eating meat and other things and different types of protein, trying to bulk up, and the doctrine at Battle Arts, and he has been absolutely engrossed in the Battle Arts lifestyle ever since, and as is evidenced by his ring gear.
And look at the shape he's in now and the moves he's making. Look at that kind of stuff. This is not something that you would see when he was teamed up with Zach Atticus. This is something that he's got in our Battle Arts school, and just as much as he's been in the Battle Arts system, as you would like to say, Buck, the same way. I mean, we're talking, this is a Battle Arts match going here at the Toronto Pro Show right here in the VCW ring.
Yeah, I think these two guys are going to have a lot to prove to each other. They've obviously fought each other many times at Battle Arts, but this is outside the confines of teachers, outside the confines of peers, and these guys are going to take it to each other on a personal one-on-one level.
It makes me wonder if Santino Marella is watching on.
What
do you think,
I don't know. He'll probably be watching when he gets wind of this. He'll probably watch this episode, but that was a nice escape there from Daniel and both men. We're looking forward to a great match here.
Shocking for position. And look at that. Look at that swift kicks.
Yeah. Daniel,
unbelievable.
A little overzealous, in my opinion.
Overzealous. I mean, you're here to get the job done. This is the Toronto Pro Super Show. I mean, you're here to make a name for yourself.
Wow, look
if you
at
get a
that.
victory over Buck Gunderson,
well, he almost
you do
fell
it.
down the first time he tried
fell
that
down.
kick.
What are you talking about?
Speaking of falling down, Buck now, reversing that one. I thought he was going to get put down, but it looks like Daniel, nice headlock takeover from Buck.
Fell down.
Well, what I mean is...
Why don't you go up to Santino and tell his students that they're falling down in the ring?
Oh, please,
You sound like an idiot.
You sound like an idiot. But these two guys certainly don't look like idiots in there. They look like they know what they're doing. And very impressive catch, catch, can, and grappling style moves here.
Buck got his foot on the ropes. Daniel had to break it there, and I mean, well, this is going to be fast, this is going to be quick, and this is going to be good.
Well, they're certainly feeling each other out. No strangers to each other. Daniel Parker, no stranger to VCW action either. I mean, arrived here as the Maltese Falcon and as the student Daniel Parker at the same time, basically, wrestling under a persona and his real name, getting a lot of ring experience.
Look at Parker hooking the leg and bringing Buck down to the canvas.
And to think of the difference between this young man and the man that we saw three and a half years ago starting here at VCW. And Buck Gunderson been here the whole time as well, former openweight champion, and Daniel Parker giving it to a former openweight champion here in a way I never would have thought.
Exactly. Daniel Parker has elevated himself over the past 3 years. He didn't stick in the same hole as everybody else does in the wrestling business. He went out, he got some training, he got some experience behind him, and look at him now in the ring with the former openweight champion.
And also into the ropes, breaking that hold. But the former champion right on top of him again, another snapmare, and back to that reverse chin lock, putting the weight down on Daniel Parker. We're going to see a lot of these kind of wear down moves and submission moves in this match, I'm sure. Slowly to his feet, Daniel trying to get control again, off the ropes.
Whoa! Parker down hard.
Yes, back of his head bounced off the canvas, looked like there. Nice leapfrog. Nice hip toss there from Daniel Parker, and in deep with the arm drag.
And look at the agility. Look at the moves on Daniel Parker.
And Buck Gunderson rolling out of the ring here after that drop kick. Daniel Parker saying, come on, get back in the ring. I'm ready for you.
Well, he's ready to take this one, and he's ready to take a victory here tonight.
Well, as we were saying earlier in Buck's past matches here at the Pro Show, he didn't really seem to be on the ball. Something up with Buck Gunderson. Maybe, Super Slam, if you think about it, Super Slam was not kind to Buck Gunderson. Gabriel Sold, the beatdown from Goliath and Buddy Boone, losing the straight jacket match.
Well, let's face it, Hutch, let's face it. Buck has been basically wrestling a whole bunch of cards.
He's been wrestling a lot, this guy.
Chock
That is
full, I
absolutely
mean.
true. But something has been off with Buck, and Daniel Parker might take advantage today. And right here, I thought we might have had a victory there. That was a nice roll-up. And Daniel Parker now, Buck Gunderson, with a roll-up of his own. And here we go, another schoolboy, O'Connor style.
Well, one thing I don't think Buck likes is, I'm telling you, Buck is a VCW boy through and through. I mean, he loves Victory Commonwealth Wrestling, and he does not like a guy like Daniel Parker coming in and going as he pleases, disrespecting the company, going over to Battle Arts, taking off, coming back in, trying to make a name for himself.
Well, I mean,
pro
Buck
show.
trains over at Battle Arts too, but Daniel has been just completely engrossed. It's almost like with Zach Atticus. Daniel seems to be very easily influenced. I mean, at first with Roger Dodge, then on his own, got a little bit of backbone. Well, backbone might not be the right word, but then Zach Atticus got his claws into it, was totally buying into that doctrine and all of that dogma from Zach, and now into Santino Marella's Battle Arts doctrine. So Daniel Parker, obviously a serious sponge, and a lot of people take advantage of that. And I mean sponge by sucking in information.
We know what you mean. Well, it's a great wrestling here on the part of Gunderson and Daniel Parker, I might add.
Here we go, driving down Buck Gunderson here.
Oh, has the arm and just sort
Nice.
of a whammy bar style. I love that old school move.
Yeah, Fujiwara armbar.
And Buck makes it to the rope. Maxwell's got to break that. And he does.
And look at the crowd starting to gather, not in the seats here, which we have for some VIP people and for some kids, but in the crowd, the people walking around the pro show, buying stuff, checking out the booths, checking out the Battle Arts booth, which is here, checking out Sylvie Silva and everything that's going on here at the pro show, and all of the bodybuilders and whatnot, the other fighting events, and they're starting to crowd around the ring here as Buck Gunderson and Daniel Parker are putting on a clinic. Look at this. Nice cartwheel there from Daniel Parker. Wow. And ringing the arms here on Buck Gunderson. And now this time with a head scissors, and I don't think Buck was expecting that.
Oh!
And wham, there's some classic Daniel Parker flying forearm in the corner.
That's going to shut him up.
Now going back to his wrestling skills here.
Look at Parker coming in.
Oh. And there you go. That's offense that I was recognizing. Certainly offense that Buck Gunderson was going to recognize, and a big boot to
Very,
the
very
face.
smart, because if Parker had connected with that, that could have been over right there.
But that's part of what's probably throwing Buck off. I mean, Daniel Parker, we all are very familiar with him, and this is a very different man we're seeing in the ring here today.
Snapping Parker over. Oh, headbutt into the shoulder blades there. I love it.
You know, you were so on top of Smith Hart and on the Latin Lover, but this is the other guy that Smith Hart brought back to VCW in the Super Brawl, got counted out, which I'm sure he wasn't too pleased
The man
about.
that he didn't even know his name, mumbling on the phone with your stupid conversations. What kind of segment was that?
Oh, please give me a break. But Daniel Parker got counted out of the Super Brawl. Could have made a serious impact here at VCW with a title shot, instant #1 contendership. So I'm sure that's part and parcel of his aggressive attitude today, taking down Buck Gunderson and looking for a win here.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind seeing Daniel Parker as the openweight champion, but everybody's got their sights set on that title right now. You're talking about Rob Rage. Everybody's got their sight on that title.
Yeah, I know that Tiberius King looking to come back here to get another crack at the title.
And Chunky Fresh has since left the business, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, in deep with the chop, Buck.
Oh, and Buck loves those headbutts. That's something you don't see a lot of today's modern wrestlers. Another one.
Big knee in the corner. Buck setting him up. That's what I thought. To the far side. Big
Here we
running
go.
knee. Oh, and connects flush. In fact, to the point that Buck even hurt his own knee, it looks like, Jay.
Buck's down, Parker's down. Buck back to his feet, though, however.
Ricocheting off the side of Daniel Parker's head. And Buck very ginger on that leg now. Damaging his own knee so that he can damage Daniel Parker. And that'll screw with your equilibrium. I mean, screwing with your ears, screwing with your balance, getting kneed in the side of the head. And now here we go with the roll over into the Boston Crab, and Daniel Parker, no longer you call him the student.
Oh, he
but
makes it to the
certainly
ropes, Hutch.
certainly is getting schooled here and into the ropes, yes. On a lot of pain, Daniel's starting to show it here.
Buck laying under the attack. I mean, Daniel Parker's under the ropes. I don't know why Maxwell's not breaking that. I mean, that's completely illegal.
And you see Daniel's head snap back. And you know, Buck has had quite a few matches. The Battle Royal, Joey Valentine, he's been fighting here at the Pro Show. This is the first time we've seen Daniel Parker.
Plus, he's had a hell of a war with Buddy Boone over the past summer.
Actually, I think Daniel was in the Battle Royal.
Just dropping a big forearm. Here goes Buck, another headbutt. Goes for the cover. Maxwell down, 2 count only.
Favoring that arm now. Daniel Parker starting to show the wear and tear of Buck Gunderson, working him slowly.
Parker again. Just drops him.
More damage from Buck Gunderson. I think it's been certainly administering a little more high impact in this match. Daniel's been focusing on the grappling, and so is Buck.
Oh, look at this.
The case. Big
you want to see some grappling? Look at this.
A nice figure 4 headlock there.
And that's going to take the win right out of Daniel Parker. That's a dangerous, dangerous move right there.
Oh, trying to bridge it out into a pin, but Buck has too much leverage for that, and it's too strong still. Daniel Parker's the one getting worn down.
Well, it's a matter of time. I mean, Parker's either got to tap out of this or get to a rope. I don't know how he's going to get out of this any other way.
Well, he's trying to get out of it, rolling Buck Gunderson over. Oh, and that didn't seem to work out for the young man.
No.
And look at that. Obviously in a lot of pain, completely disoriented. I'd go for the pin cover if I was Buck.
Gunderson's a master. He's a master, Hutch.
Very methodical in the ring, no rushing around for Buck. Trying to get I don't know what he was trying for there. Looked like a spinning toe hold.
Trying to go for a spinning toe hold or a figure 4 leg lock. Gets caught with a roll up and
oh wow, big palm strike. Got Buck Gunderson with that classic palm strike and exploding with it right into the face of Daniel Parker. Slowly to his feet. Oh, big jawbreaker there. Kicking him when he's down. Kicking him again. Come on, Maxwell. He's in the ropes. And here we go. Oh, I thought he was going to do the same thing, slingshot that Buck had done to him earlier. Oh, very similar here. Look at this. Somersault and then into a senton. Wow, that was impressive.
That's impressive. Very impressive. Beautifully done. Goes for the cover here.
Let's see if we can get a replay on that. Here we go, Jay. Look at this. And then down running with the senton like a bird in the air. That was incredible.
That's art.
Back to live action here. Daniel very quickly slipped on the cross arm breaker, but didn't get any pressure on before Buck was in the ropes with the feet. Working back on that arm again, but I'm still amazed by that.
Look at this. I'm amazed too. I mean, Daniel Parker, one of the most impressive competitors here at Victory Wrestling.
Well, obviously he can grapple, but he is not a one-trick pony. This guy was the Maltese Falcon flying all around the ring here, all the way back to our very first Super Slam event.
Yeah, and nobody does it better. Nobody does it better.
Yesterday to VCW at Super Slam. Wow, into the corner. Buck Gunderson ramming.
Parker's head into the corner.
And definitely had a cravat on there. And Buck Gunderson's been using a move, kind of like a Dudley Dog cravat style, running up the turnbuckles and then into a bulldog. It's been his finisher. I got to ask him what he's calling it, but it's very impressive move as of late. And I thought he was going to go for it there, but just rammed Daniel Parker's head into the top turnbuckle. And there's metal underneath there, folks. To the far side now. We'll see what Buck's going to do. Whipping him back into that same corner.
Oh, hard. The whole ring move there, Hutch. Here comes Buck.
Buck missing with an elbow. I don't know what if he hit part of the metal there. Favoring his elbow there, and now again with the whip, and now he's got that cross arm breaker on, and Buck's nowhere near the ropes, at least not as near as he was before.
He's trying. He's got him rolled over.
Daniel, oh wow.
He's still got it applied, I think, Hutch. No.
Transitioning it here until it looks like a label lock style, and Buck is in a lot of pain here, my God.
Buck's got to get to the rope now.
And there he does. Is in the ropes. Wow, that was impressive. Daniel Parker showing us it's like a whole new guy.
A whole new arsenal of maneuvers.
Buck Gunderson rolling out of the ring, favoring that elbow. And how often do you see Buck Gunderson again and again rolling out of the ring? Oh, wow, running drop kick through the second ropes.
Well, I think Buck's pulled out everything out of his bag of tricks, and he's got not much left, and I think that's what's making him frustrated here.
Double axe handle. Buck Gunderson is very often the aggressor in his matches.
And now they're both out on the floor.
Backing down from a competitor often, but Daniel Parker, wow, showing us something here today. A big arm wringer, and what's he doing?
Uh-oh, this is going to do some
Really working
damage.
that arm.
This is going to do some damage for sure.
A hammer lock. Oh, wow. Looks like Bucky was going to put on Buck's own move.
I love it.
The cross-face chicken wing, the near-life experience around the ring post. That was incredible. And Maxwell was counting. I don't know why. I mean, he was counting as if he was in the turnbuckles.
I have no idea why. Oh, into the guardrail, and the rails sent across the floor here.
But speaking of a count, looks like he's administering a 10 count now.
Administering a 10 count. Now he's out on the floor. He doesn't know where he's at. He's given up.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't want to end this incredible contest on a count out.
Probably not, Hutch.
Checking on Daniel Parker to see if he's okay, and I'm not sure if he is.
No, he's not okay. Now he's back in the ring with Buck. I mean, we got to get Parker in there if he can get back in the ring.
Look at Daniel Parker. He's in considerable amount of pain.
Well, sure, he's had the rail jumped on him. He's been kicked with the rail on top of him. I mean, Buck should be disqualified here.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
And he did it right in front of the referee.
Here we go again. Flying headbutt off the apron, and Buck looking to administer some more punishment.
No, not on the concrete. On the rail.
Wow.
Oh, damn it.
And now we're talking disqualification there. I'm very surprised that the referee is allowing this to happen. Mike Maxwell obviously wants to see a winner in this incredible match. And more damage from Buck, the face right into the hard part of the apron here. This is what I'm talking about. Daniel Parker returning to VCW, and it could be very short-lived here, Jay, with this extremely aggressive attitude from Buck Gunderson, which I'm finding quite odd.
Well, Buck's laying it all in line here. I mean, he's not screwing around. This is Daniel Parker, and oh, solid headbutt right into the face.
That's what I'm talking about now. I know Buddy Boone has been seriously getting underneath the skin of Buck Gunderson. A big loss at Super Slam the day before this event. Big roll up here, and oh man, again. Well, the Arcana roll-up with the bridge has certainly been effective for a lot of people here at the Pro Show, but not there against Buck Gunderson as he transitions into a very odd-looking cross-face maneuver.
And a beautiful
here.
transition. I'm surprised Gunderson even got out of that maneuver, but
there we go. He's trying to get the hands underneath the chin, but raking at the eyes, and now Daniel Parker biting him. There's a means for it, and it doesn't look like anything is going to get somebody disqualified in this match today.
Referee's letting everything go here. I mean, it's main event time, baby. Both men back on their feet. No, not for long. Parker dropped.
And both of these men absolutely spent here, and this match has been going on for a real long time.
This has been going on for at least a good 20 minutes, I would say, Hutch.
Well, this is a half-an-hour time limit match. I'm sure we're not going to go another 10 minutes. Both of these guys can barely stand, and Buck Gunderson's going to make sure of that
wrapping him up.
Looks like going for the figure four leg lock is what he was going for earlier. Not a spinning toe hold, but he can still having trouble getting it on here.
Parker does not want that. He's not going to let him get it apart.
There we go, finally. I mean, it's not an easy maneuver to get on.
He's got it cinched in.
Seriously cinched in.
And Parker trying to roll over. Trying to roll out of it. Trying to get to the rope, trying to do something. Punching, kicking, doing whatever he has to do.
Oh, wow, we could see a submission here. Daniel
this
Parker
is locked in.
wrenching at the
center of the ring, Hutch.
There we go, got it over. And Buck Gunderson screaming in pain now, all of the weight down on Buck's single knee. There we go, in the ropes, and Parker folding backwards. Escaping the maneuver himself, but he probably could have transitioned that into a very painful maneuver if he wanted, but absolutely sucking wind, hurting all over, I'm sure. And both men, again, toe-to-toe.
Just a sweet left hand, another one.
Peppering Buck Gunderson with those shots.
Right to the jaw.
Oh, wow, and Buck returns with a forearm of his own. Buck winding up and a big chop there. And Daniel Parker showing the pain.
Send him off, and Buck follows him in with a knee into the midsection.
Big kitchen sink style knee. Just pulling him back by the hair, and the referee saying nothing. This has basically been a no disqualification match here.
We got a cover here.
No, we don't. And oh, wow, look at that.
Wrapping that leg up.
Boy roll up into an STF style here. And look, he's got the opposite leg, though. Buck in a lot of pain. This is really contorting the former champion. And now down both shoulders. What's going to happen here? No. Gonna try and get over into that cross arm breaker again. There we go.
And he's got it locked in. He's got it locked in hard.
We can see a victory right here for the young man, but Buck again.
Up on his feet again.
Oh no, don't tell me Buck's gonna power him up.
The never say die attitude.
Oh wow, and there you go.
5 more minutes remaining in this contest.
Only 5 minutes left, and that's the Battle Arts training that Buck Gunderson has been receiving. Weight training. We've seen a lot of weight gained on Buck Gunderson in the last year, and we'll be back after these commercials, folks, with the finale of this incredible match. Only 5 minutes left, and I can't believe it. This is incredible.
Welcome back to the show, Pierce. I'm here in Camagüey, about to make the long haul back to Toronto, and I am very much looking forward to having a cup of tea, and my film crew is looking forward to getting their hands on some good equipment. But speaking of the long haul, let's get back to this match. Buck Gunderson and Daniel Parker, they're going to go all the way.
Well, welcome back to Victory Wrestling Showcase, folks. Buck Gunderson has been absolutely slapping around.
Just slapping around
There
Daniel
he's slapping
Parker.
around Daniel Parker the entire commercial break here and beating
just
down on
dropped
him. The
big
young man
form.
has certainly run out of that pepper and steam that we saw at the beginning of this match. Buck Gunderson showing his conditioning, which I also believe he has been gaining at Battle Arts, a great place to go train for any wrestler. But these two men putting on a serious, showcase for us today here on Showcase. Wow, let's show that again here.
I thought that was a 3 there, Hutch.
A bit behind, and Daniel Parker, big bridging German suplex. That was incredible, and almost a 3 count. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that from Daniel Parker, and Buck Gunderson still reeling.
Both men got nothing left.
The closing moments of the match. And both of these men are going to be trying for pinfalls here, I'm sure, very similar to that one. High impact pinfalls. You're not going to be getting a submission anymore. They've transitioned into their goal, which is winning this match. And wow, Buck
Powerbomb.
Gunderson. Let's show another shot of that as well. And Buck slipping behind. I wasn't sure he was going to do this, but then flips him around. And wham! Down with the powerbomb. Back to live action here, and both men laid out. And look at the crowd here at the Pro Show watching this match, Jay. It's absolutely packed around ringside.
Hutch, both men have been down right through that replay. I mean, they can't get up. They can't get up after that power bomb.
Well, Buck is seriously spent here. Put a lot of effort into beating down on Daniel Parker, and that'll take it out of you just as much as taking a beating. But it's been a clinic here. It's been a clinic and a showdown for sure. All match, and these guys are sucking wind for sure, but looks like Daniel Parker's taking the worst of it. He can barely get to his feet, Jake.
Turning it on, needed in the midsection. Oh, Parker right out of the ring at this point.
Buck Gunderson has been so aggressive in this match, and so aggressive as of late. Big right hand from Buck Gunderson. Daniel Parker, the only thing keeping him up is the ropes here. Big knife edge chop. And me and Jay are just about as tired as these two guys in the ring. This is taking a lot out of us here at VCW headquarters.
Well, this is going to be a full episode here.
Seriously. We were both there at this event. We saw the carnage. But let me tell you, watching it back here in the VCW studios, I'm realizing just how much these 2 minutes left, just how much these two guys went through all the way up to the last 2 minutes here. We're going to see exactly what happens.
It was an all-out war here. Picking Parker up for a suplex. No.
Oh, here we go. Could be over right here. Back. Buck Gunderson, no. Daniel Parker really smart there, and there we go. Getting some of that energy back, getting a 5th wind. I don't want to say a 2nd wind.
Tucks
And
under
there
a
we
couple
go.
clotheslines, and look at this, Hutch.
That's that Daniel Parker we've all come to know and love. Big Huron Conrad, spin over into our side Russian leg sweep, and everybody that faces Daniel Parker gets administered that eventually, and that is one devastating move.
The thing is, Hutch, Parker, for the past 10 minutes, can't follow up on any devastating move that he lays out. He can't get popped over and go for a cover. He does a devastating move and he's out. It's costing him. It's hurting him.
Well, the 1 minute announcement made and Buck Gunderson popped up. Both of these men know exactly what's on the line here. It's respect, and it's a win here at the Pro Show, and Buck Gunderson certainly needs one as of late. And let me tell you, Daniel Parker doesn't want to go another losing streak. Started again here at VCW.
Well, we're down in under a minute, and both men have got to get a victory here in less than a minute. I mean, look at this.
This long into the match, 30 seconds, and both men still filling each other with chops and forearms. Daniel Parker has had to impress Buck Gunderson here today. I don't know if he was expecting this much fight from the young man.
Oh, look at that, right across the ring.
And now they both realize just how close to the end it is. Oh, and Daniel Parker doesn't want to even let his shoulders hit the mat.
2, 1.
And wow, I wonder if Santino Morello or anybody from Battle Arts has made their way over from the Battle Arts booth to check out this match. And look at Daniel Parker. He is fired up. He wants this to go.
He's outright pissed on.
Well, this is obviously a draw here. Half an hour time limit. Daniel Parker talking to you there live. You were basically one of the people running this show.
Well, I remember that exact moment. I mean, he was red hot about this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He wanted to leave the pro show a winner here tonight.